Whether you're playing in the shadows of rugby's greatest fortress or in Wales's wild interior,
Thomas Williams will score for Wales.
you're part of our team, your team.
Around the corner they come through Snowsell, and Jasmine Joyce gets there.
The custodian of this jersey represents everyone else who wears it. From the verdant valleys of the south to the craggy mountains of the north, a try scored here began way back there.
Hannah Jones seals this victory for Wales.
Because every player's journey starts at a rugby club somewhere. Without this, and without you, we would never get to witness this.
To put the seal on the win, to put the cream on the Grand Slam cake.
This jersey is your jersey. This game is your game. It's where we all, through the chosen few, become one. Ymlaen Cymru.
It's been an initiative, Fit Bed and Fun, run by the WRU, and currently today we're working here within the Dragons region with all the disability children from around our region. It's lovely to see them all today here.
I was very excited for today to meet up with the trainers, the coaches, all my friends from normal rugby training, just to have a day out.
As a mother, to see Regan playing with other children today is just a godsend. Like, without the inclusion sport, Regan wouldn't have anything. As where we live, we haven't got any football teams, rugby teams that will take on children with additional needs. So this is very, very important.
Ready? Come on, sweetheart. Go on, let you go.
Oh, I had it. Wow. You are so strong.
My son is Leo, he's 9 years old and he's got Down syndrome. You need groups like this that can have children who've got all different abilities but with a disability, and they can be blossom in that ability then, you know, in that sport. It is respite for myself as well, because I can send him here and then he just has fun with meeting new friends and building his confidence.
Rugby is a game for everybody, and it should be a game for everybody. And I think now the Union and the Dragons and the other regions alike are really focusing on that inclusion, on those inclusion strategies to make sure that everything's accessible no matter what disability you have. So we like to think that these sort of things are the kickstart for those children then to move forward and enjoy rugby.
new changing facilities is fantastic. Brings a real brightness for our walk-in values. We ask the players just to concentrate on the rugby element side of things, and close working group have worked hard to let the players do that, and the change rooms are certainly one part of that, is part of their toolkit.
Well, this changing room, for example, the plasterboard was falling off the ceiling. There was a lot of damp and mould in here. We've got under sixes to youth and 2 senior teams running, so we need all the changing rooms running all the time. So the facility's grand. We wouldn't have been able to do it without the WRU helping us, so it's been a really big help for us. It took between 6 and 7 weeks in total, but we did have a little bit of a break in the middle because we had such hot weather. Putting the ventilation system in the attic was a bit of an arduous task, so they had to pull off for a week. But yeah, so it was really quick. Really happy with the work and the contractors.
It means a lot. As a club and a community, we've been on a journey for about 7-8 years, really incorporating bleed black and amber as a club motto, and that does transpire from mini and juniors up to seniors and back again.
We couldn't have done it without the WRU backing because of the cost of the changing rooms to be done. We just wouldn't have been able to with the funds that we've got. We've been happy with the last 125 years, and hopefully with the WRU backing we can get through the next 125 years plus.
We back each other, we go to battle. They're going to pound away down this near side. Here goes Burgess. Lewis! Score! Wales are in front.
Try from Liam
You need groups like this that can have children who've got all different abilities, and they can just blossom in that ability.
A lot of kids growing up like me are in the same position as me, might take on rugby because they've seen someone that might look like them or from the same area as them doing that.
We can use rugby as a vehicle to empower people to see that they can actually do much more, then it's worth its weight in gold.
P'un eich bod chi'n chwarae yng nghysgodion y gair gydarnaf y myd rygbi, neu mas yng ngwyll cefn gwlad Cymru.
Thomas Williams will score for Wales.
Rydych chi'n rhan o'n tîm ni, eich tîm chi.
Around the corner they come through Snowsell, and Jasmine Joyce gets there.
Mae ceidwad y crys hwn yn cynrychioli pawb arall sy'n ei wisgo.
Bron a chyrraedd, un hyrddiad arall a dyna'r fuddugoliaeth. Josh Abrams wedi dalu, yn sgori!
O gymoedd godidog y de I fynyddoedd mawreddog y gogledd, mae cais sy'n cael ei sgorio fan hyn wedi dechrau'r holl ffordd yn ôl fanna.
Hannah Jones seals this victory for Wales.
Gan bod taith pob chwaraewr yn dechrau mewn clwb rygbi yn Rhywle. Heb hyn, ac hebddo chi, bydden ni byth yn dyst I hyn. Eich crys chi yw'r crys yma, eich gêm chi yw'r gêm yma. Dyma ble rydyn ni gyd trwy'r ychydig a ddewiswyd yn dod yn un. Ymlaen Cymru.
Good evening and welcome to the Principality Stadium here in Cardiff. As you can see, the roof is shut in anticipation of a classic match between the mixed ability sides of Cardiff Chiefs and the Llanelli Warriors. And if you were here 12 months ago, if you joined us 12 months ago, you will recall what a cracking night of action we did have. Mixed ability, well, it's certainly gained traction in Wales over recent years, and we've got two of the very best exponents here on display tonight. And joining me in the commentary box here is Dave Roberts, the Inclusion Officer of the Welsh Rugby Union, and my faithful companion over the last week, Owen Gwynedd, who will be getting his first taste of mixed ability rugby. How about it, Owen?
You're making me sound like a dog.
I did mention to somebody today, what's the point of having a dog and barking yourself?
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yes.
This version of the game, and it's not in physical, a version of the game, because the only difference is the scrums and pushing, but this is a perfect example of how to get people playing rugby at every level, mixing experience with novices, and just introducing a game to a wider audience. And as we'll see and as we'll explain, contact is optional. We can increase the contact as we go along. So it's a perfect way to introduce the sport of rugby to new people who maybe haven't come across it before.
Let's have a look at the starting lineups then. For the Cardiff Chiefs, it's Richard Rawlings, Will Slocum, Lee Thomas, Owain Thomas, James Clark, Paul Jones, Iestyn Tango, Thomas Williams, Enda Williams, some father and sons in this Cardiff side, Robert Carpenter, George Quaid, and captain Marcus Winterman, Tyler Heelan and Ellis Thomas. So for the Llanelli Warriors, Colin Takon, Daniel Grinter, Stefan James, Thomas Shaw, Nathan Jones, Keith Marshall, Gwilym Lewis, Thomas Hall, Llyr Jones, Jamie Evans, Anthony Higgins, Peter Rodway, Matthew Hinder, Kane Rodway, and Daniel John. And if you haven't got a nickname in the Llanelli Warriors, then you must be a newcomer. And I'll catch up with some of those. They're wicked. The Llanelli Warriors, self-deprecating, I can assure you. And I think it's all down to their coach, Gwilym Lewis, who is not in his dotage, but certainly he's been playing for the Warriors well, since the late 90s, over 300 games for the Warriors, and he's on duty tonight again. So let's wait for the two teams, the respective teams, to come out from the bowels of the East Stand on the far side, and their supporters are there in numbers to greet them. So here they come. On the left, it's the Cardiff Chiefs. On the right, the Llanelli Warriors. And the Warriors were the Cardiff Chiefs' first ever opponents. So there's a long history between these two sides. And the only difference being, of course, and the rule, I think, Dave, is the fact that scrums are uncontested.
Yeah, you'll see uncontested scrums and also modified contact. So some people within this game will be full contact, some people will wrap tackle or maybe even touch.
How do you identify, if you're a player, which player you can't tackle pretty hard, shall we say, because contact is key. In this game as in others. It
varies from team to team. So some teams will wear a bib or a scrum cap. Llanelli Warriors never identify. There's a kind of an agreement between the teams. They meet each other. They understand who is and isn't playing full contact.
Yeah, and the part of the game is that the maybe more experienced, better players don't show off and try and win a game on their own. It's about pulling other players, newcomers, the less able players, to have their moment in the sunshine as well. It's a very open game to draw players into the sport.
So the officials for this match, referee Tom Griffin, and he's aided and abetted, perhaps I should say, Neil Powell and Evan Jenkins. The whistle blows. This then the mixed ability invitational side, Llanelli Warriors against the Cardiff Chiefs. No quarter asked and no quarter given. As here we go, straight from the kickoff. What a try! Great score there for the Cardiff Chiefs. And look how delighted they are with that effort.
Yeah, Paul Jones playing the whistle, pouncing on the ball, and a powerful run.
So the first blood then goes to the Cardiff Chiefs playing out of Llanelli.
Yeah, just sees the space on the right-hand side. And I think it's Clear Jones who tried to come across to get the tackle in, but just couldn't get enough of the shirt.
Flags are in the air, the conversion is good. Cardiff Chiefs 7, the Warriors stunned by that opening score. Perhaps the occasion has got to one or two of them.
Yeah, it's a dream start for the Chiefs, but don't be surprised at all for a Warriors comeback now. These guys have played more games than most teams.
Yeah, I was looking to the... Ooh, that's my phone, nearly falls on the floor. I was looking at the head-to-head of the teams earlier. Back in 2018, the first game, Cardiff won it, and it's a 4-1 or a 5-3 series lead to Cardiff over the years.
So the ball doesn't travel the 10 yards, so they'll come back to halfway. And the man with the long flowing hair just beyond the referee to his right at the moment, that's William Lewis. Lulu, as they call him. Every player in the Llanelli Warriors setup has got a nickname, I tell you.
I was going to say, Shabal was a good name as well.
Well, I tell you what, he does play like Sebastian Shabal at times. Don't know whether he reeks of garlic, though. Cockles more like down there in Buryport, which is their home territory. Llanelli Wanderers and the Furnace grounds as well deserve a mention. William Lewis takes his place. The side of the scrum there, 350 games. Here come the Chiefs again, determined. That's Ellis Thomas. Takes play up off over the 10-metre line. The support is there from Tyler Heelan. A loud blast on the whistle from Tom Griffin.
Yeah, forward pass in there, but some great interplay at close quarters, popping the ball up off the floor. And the Cardiff Chiefs have settled into this one, haven't they? Slightly smoother than the Llanelli Warriors have. Maybe that trip down the M4 in rainy conditions. Yeah, a surging run by number 14, Tyler Heelan. And we see the first example of the scrums, no pushing, so it's an uncontested scrum, so free ball off the base for the Warriors. Shabal's in there.
Off his feet. Got to watch it, got to be careful. Careful of the knees rather than the ref. So number 30 on his back, that's Yestin Tango. Last man up.
And Dave, tell me about the mixed ability teams in Wales. How many teams are there, and how did these boys get the privilege to come here to the Principality?
So we've got 9 teams at the moment. We've got teams from Menai Bridge down to the Warriors. We've got Pembrokeshire Vikings. We've got teams over at the Dragons. You're pretty much covering all of Wales at the moment. These 2 teams today were chosen out of the hat. So last year we had the Swansea Gladiators, and they've now foregone this season. These 2 teams now won't be in the draw for next season, so that we can even it out throughout the years.
So Cardiff Chiefs just outside the Warriors 22. They go to the narrow side once again, looking to release the ball. That was Paul Jones, the try scorer, just lost forward.
Yeah, Paul Jones seems to be an abrasive player.
It's true to say, Dave, I think that this game gained traction in Ireland primarily, didn't it? And it's very, very popular over there.
Yeah, the Invitational, the World Cup of Mixed Ability Rugby was held in Cork this year, and some of our teams went out there, so the Warriors were one of those teams that went out there and had a great time. It's big in Ireland, it's certainly big in Wales, but there are teams playing in that competition from Italy, Argentina and all over the world.
3 World Cups, I think, to date, every 2 years. COVID obviously has interfered with many a plan.
This will be a tough question. Where's the next one?
That's not been decided yet.
We just want to go, that's all.
Yeah.
Because these guys are social animals. When the final whistle goes, well, like every other rugby player, there's some sherbet involved.
Don't forget, there's teams near you, so you can pick up your team and then go to the World Cup.
Yeah, where would somebody find their local team? How do you get in touch?
So if you, on the WRU game locker, under the inclusion heading, we've got a list of all our teams and contact details.
Oh, it's a great play here, barreling towards the Warriors try line. That's end of Williams. Ending up on the floor. 5-6 metres out from the Warriors try line. The Chiefs looking for a second score.
Yes, all Cardiff Chiefs at the moment. A one-way stream of attacks. And Dav Williams, well, he was like a winger through, ploughing through the fence. Good offload in there as well. Just unfortunate the continuity fell away.
Yeah, a lot of line breaks early on for the Chiefs, but Warriors have done well to scramble and only concede the one.
The Warriors can't get their hands on the ball at the moment. They've got some exciting players in their back division. They've got Kane Rodway on one wing and Anthony Higgins on the left.
And make sure to mention Jamie Evans at 10. Last year I called him James and I haven't heard the end of it all year.
Yeah, he made his debut against Betus back in 1999, but it took many seasons for him to pluck the courage, apparently, to play his next game. That tells you much about this game, I think.
Yeah, penalty taken quickly for that swinging arm in the tackle.
All wrestling that ball clear. Great work there by Jamie Evans, the man himself, or do we call him James?
Let's go with James
today. Call him 007, perhaps. Now then, lovely handoff.
Big handoff by Darren Pullet. He's lost it on the floor, though. More frustrating.
We may be getting mixed up in the numbers here now. I think he was Jamie Evans, actually.
Or maybe indeed. I'm looking at number 23 down on the far end of.
Yeah, it's Jamie Evans. Jamie Evans, 23 for the Warriors. I think takes his inspiration from David Beckham.
But talking about the mixed ability in there, we have disability, ability. It's a great game for society to be playing. As you said, what you mentioned, it's a very social game, but it's a game that parents, children, grandparents even can all be playing together and enjoying rugby.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 4 sets of father and son on there today. You've got players with and without disabilities who may not have felt comfortable to play in a traditional club, and they're playing the greatest game in the world, in the greatest stadium in the world on a Thursday night. I can't think a Thursday's much better than that.
Good tactics here from the Cardiff Chiefs, holding up the ball. Carrier looking in the direction of the referee for a scrum put in. That's Lee Thomas wearing 3 in his back for the Chiefs.
Yeah, turned over. Wrapped up in there somewhere.
Llanelli Warriors formed in 1995 to give people with learning difficulties the chance to experience rugby. The second oldest such club. Initially based at the famed Stradey Park.
Yeah, they celebrated their 25th anniversary last year. The older team is the Swansea Gladiators, who celebrated their 30th anniversary last year.
And I have to say, Dave, you and I were here 12 months ago, and my lasting impression was of the young man coming on. He was blind, and his dad brought him on and put him in the scrum, and he, like everybody else, thoroughly enjoyed the experience. And that's what it's all about, the experience and the enjoyment and the joy of rugby.
Yeah, it's absolutely about focusing on what people could do, not what people can't do, and what it creates is just a game of rugby.
Oh, it's a foot race for the ball. And hacked on again. Just not keeping on the field. I think it's Jonathan Carney.
Just about the first visit of the Llanelli Warriors to the Cardiff Chiefs half.
So it's Matthew Hinder with a hack through.
Yeah, the man they call Hindrance.
Boysbach.
Yes. And that's probably the kindest of nicknames. First ex-Stingrays player.
Are they all broadcastable?
Mostly. So a chance now then for Jamie Evans to launch an attack here on the Chiefs' 10-metre line. No, says referee Tom Griffin, calls them back.
Beck's not having his time to shine.
He did message me this week to say that he's got an injury, so if he does anything wrong today, it's for no other reason than he's playing injured. I'm not sure I believe it.
Dug out and controlled at the back by the number 8, Tom Hall. He's the captain. He's the Tominator by all accounts. Not the Terminator, the Tominator. Big Tom.
Yeah, Callum Jones popping it off to Richard Rawlings. Oh, it's knocked on. Shabal nearly gets the tackle in.
That's a good clearance kick into the wide open spaces, as wide as the Serengeti. Back there is Ellis Thomas inside his own 22, who's carried the ball out over the 22. Fortunately, didn't go into touch. Oh,
Butterfingers back. And Williams.
He'll be annoyed with himself.
Yeah, Butterfingers.
Yeah, it's his first round at the bar.
It starts to feel now like the Warriors are getting some sort of foothold in the game. They're starting to claw their way back.
Yes, their first real venture into this Cardiff half with possession, or free possession.
Ball bobbing everywhere, but it's William Lewis who tidies things up at scrum half. That's Llyr Jones.
Oh, look at the pack of players there waiting for the ball. Oops. Misses all of them. They're all looking at each other. Tom Ashur. And Matthew Miller.
Oh, loud blast on the whistle.
Whoever it was. One decent ground, maybe Peter Rodway coming up with 22 at his back. Yeah, it is Rodway. Well tackled by Enda Williams, making amends for his earlier knock-on.
Oh,
and here he comes.
Now then.
And that's an example of the game, isn't it? Play at its best.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only do you see the team working together to make sure that everyone's getting a good opportunity, but Tom as a referee, and the reason that he was chosen for this is his empathy for the format and his understanding of the format. You'll notice how he called the tackle quite early to make sure that the contact was clean. Yeah,
Colin Takon it was who took the ball into contact. He's a member of the 200 club for the Llanelli Warriors, denoting the number of games that he's worn the shirt.
King Colin.
Yeah, take on powder is what I've got down here on my sheet. I think that's thanks to William Lewis again. Looking, first guy to the line out there is the number 7, Tom Ashur. Started his career on the wing. He's now called Sideshow Tom.
There's Daniel Grinter. Start this one into the line out.
Oh, it's stolen by the Chiefs.
Yeah, Thomas Williams there first. Hacked away by Will Slocum.
And then here's a chance for Dan John. Steps off his right foot. The support is there. The Llanelli Warriors on song here. Looking to get back on terms. Good angle being shown by their number 6. That's Keith Marshall. In midfield, and options left and right. And Williams through very quickly.
Yeah, play goes on. Thought he was offside for a split second. But Williams using all his experience there. A cheeky hand on the floor.
Are you allowed to do that? Never mind, ref didn't see it. Play on. It's on its way. Llyr Jones over the head of Tom Ashur. Still on for the Warriors. Let's have another go. No. Penalty for the Warriors.
Yeah, deliberate knock on there allows Jamie to, I was going to say put the ball in the corner, but not.
Cheeky. He's full of tricks, isn't he, is Jamie Evans? Well held. That was Peter Rodway. Evans again. As he threw,
One more
almost.
pass potentially.
The support.
Oh, it's knocked on by Keith Marshall. Or was it Thomas Hall?
No, I think it was Keith Marshall.
Yeah, you'll see the two boys playing for Cardiff in the blue and yellow jerseys are touch players. So when they make a tackle, that's where you'll see the player presenting the ball back immediately.
So it's a defensive scrum.
William Lewis just stretching himself there. On the far side, Enda Williams aims at more than a decent kick to lift the pressure on the Cardiff Chiefs try line. It's a good effort.
That's a super kick downfield.
That's a great exit from there. Enda, 49 years young.
Yeah, with a 49-metre punt. Here it is again. Under pressure as well. Lovely banana kick. Gets the bounce, trickles over.
So the Cardiff Chiefs have weathered the storm and they're hanging on to that 7-0 advantage. The early score from Paul Jones right from the kick-off. Enda Williams is through. Ball lost forward, advantage to the Warriors, going backwards at the moment.
Sean Allen swallowed up in the tackle.
Here Jones looking for one or two burly forwards to carry the ball up. That's a big hit coming in on Dan Grinter, I think it was. But he's done well, he's made the ball available.
William Lewis there.
Throws the pass out to Jamie Evans.
Oh, this is Rodway, only knows one way. And that's forward.
Yeah, it's his first season with the Warriors. His brother Kane is on the wing, on the right wing. Lewis pops it back inside. The Warriors will start again.
Yeah, bodies to the right. Chiefs have dealt with the contact well. That's ripped out by the try scorer Paul Jones, illegally, according to Tom Griffin.
Yeah, ripped off the lock forward Nathan Jones. He must be a saint because he's the only one I can find in this Llanelli Warriors side which hasn't got a nickname at the moment. And that's a sin. In the
I'm sure you'll come up with one before the end of the game.
I dare say. But they love their rugby. I mean, we see here the 15 that are starting for the Warriors, but they fill a whole sheet, really. Any number of players in that Llanelli squad.
Well, I think, interestingly, they've bought a squad of 30 today, but they've had to leave people out of that. Their squad is enormous.
Yeah, how many would you have in a squad usually?
It will vary from team to team. Our focus today was, we know that these guys will play today and they won't be in the hat next year. So I had no interest in us restricting numbers. We want everyone to have the share this experience as a team today.
Yeah. And they'll cherish the experience, won't they, for years to come. An opening try in the first minute from the first kickoff, wasn't it? Paul Jones up to speed from the opening kickoff, and he wanted to make sure he got his name on that scoreboard. And Yestin Tango, the first man there to congratulate him.
Tango again in with the tackle, wearing 30 on his back, stopping the ball carrier in his tracks. Enda Williams, it might not be Endeavour, same barber, I think. That's number 19, so that would be Owain Thomas giving chase.
Yeah, we saw the example again. The tackle was made the touch by the light blue player, and the referee's screaming tackle.
Yeah, some people will play touch tackle and some people might play a grab, and you can see that tactically they're always keeping a touch player quite close to the rucks, which is cutting off that any line breaks around the breakdown area.
Yeah. Tango.
Cardiff would
First
appear...
man up in defence, gets the touch, has to be played.
Cardiff would appear to have the Indian sign over the Warriors of late. They won their only game this year. Last year, well, Cardiff won at the Principality Stadium. Tom Shanklin actually played in that match, I understand. Good work by Jimmy Evans again. Looking to keep the ball in play. Is that Steph Marshall?
Into touch.
Yeah, Matthew Hinder, my mistake.
Yeah, Hinder, I think he's tweaked a calf there. Yeah, his calf's gone. He's down, injured. Tries to get on the outside. And then that's contact. I think he just pops his calf. Seems in pain.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Hobbling on one leg. I think his game is over.
Yeah, he's done himself a mischief there.
Oh, it's great to see a Cardiff Chiefs player coming up to see
Robert Carpenter.
How he is. Well done.
Yeah, Rob's a good egg. He was saying hello to absolutely everybody in the tunnel before coming out. Really top guy.
So a replacement coming on for the Llanelli Warriors. We'll catch up with his number.
Yeah, maybe Hinder in the way, but the play goes on with Williams.
Yeah, palmed down there by Keith Marshall. My mistake, by Paul Jones. He was taking off his headgear. Oh, well caught.
What a kick.
What a catch that was.
Oh, he's got some pace, some wheels, this kid.
Honing in on the try line. That's Taylor Heelan. A second try for the Cardiff Chiefs.
Top draw. Top draw. How many times over the week have we seen players try a cross-field kick? The measurement of it always difficult, inaccuracy. But that one was inch perfect, straight into the basket of Heelan. Boom.
Yeah.
And off he goes to the races.
And word for Ender Williams it was with the kick. It's as good a try as we've seen here all week, Owain, at the Principality Stadium. Super score then for the local side.
Yeah, a bit against the run of play there. Warriors have had a lot of territory in the last few minutes.
Not quite on the mark this time. James Clark. So the Chiefs extend the lead to 12 points.
Yeah, 25 minutes gone in this first half here at the Principality Stadium. Two good tries. Paul Jones then. Tyler Heelan. Thanks to Endav, the Mule Williams, maybe with his kicking abilities. Llanelli Warriors piling that right-hand side with runners.
It's a useful restart. Endav again. The kick charged down. Right to the breadbasket.
It's an unorthodox charge down, but it works.
I've heard about putting your body in the line for the team, but gosh, that's a stinger.
That's a belter.
Who's got the magic sponge?
It's ultimately rewarded in them winning the line-out, so it was well worth it.
Smelling salts required, I think. He's back up in his crouching or seating position. And just goes over to have a quick word.
For a while, win. Yeah, fortunately we have rolling subs. I assume we've got rolling subs, is that correct?
Yeah, we have, and especially with a squad this large. make sure everybody gets on. But yeah, rolling subs. It is a competitive game of rugby, but you know, a leniency to ensure that everybody plays.
Let's have another look at it. Right-footed, bang. Oh, I felt that.
Merciless.
Yeah, Thomas Hall.
Yeah.
He's the captain of the Llanelli Warriors, so they won't want him to leave the field. Furness RFC.
Wasn't as low a blow as I first thought it was.
A big cheer for him getting back into the game as well.
His mother tells the story, you know, that doesn't always concentrate. She sent him out for 6 eggs. He brought back 7 boxes. So they lived on omelettes for the next 5 weeks. Cruel. Excellent. Tom Mashur.
Oh, bobbles out.
Got a release. The referee's assistant on this side is pretty quiet.
Oh, that's a good long pass by Williams.
Come again. Oh, straightening up. That's good work.
Hello. Piggyback. You shall not pass. I'm sure there's them all in there now. They're all in.
It was Marcus Winterman, the captain, that straightened up the line. Warriors have done well, but they've lost the ball forward.
Great strength by George Archer. No, sorry, Jamie Evans.
Yeah, Marcus Winterman then giving Jamie a consolidating pat on the back. I'm sure he'll love that.
It's going to be a scrum. Cardiff.
Hang on.
I thought it was going to be a scrum for Llanelli. Somehow Cardiff have the ball in hand.
They can play on now. Richard Carpenter's arrived. He takes his place at the side of the Cardiff Chiefs scrum.
Oh, what a trick shot.
Wasn't it just? Oh, Enda Williams is a bundle of tricks, isn't he? Good chasing by Paul Jones. Hounding his man. And showing to the referee that he's released. Throwing his arms up in the air. A bit more weight needed of the Warriors.
Jones. Oh, he's fully committed, isn't he?
Tango. Underhanded pass, finding the opening try scorer. Good idea. Execution not quite on point.
We're being treated to a really entertaining game. Some of the skills and some of the things going on are incredible.
Skills and smiles, Dave.
And I can't but think of the... That's a great pass. Brilliant pass.
I think we call that telepathy, don't they?
Yeah. But Tango with orange boots.
Yes.
Had to be, hadn't it?
So this time then, the Warriors, will they try and clear their lines, or Jamie Evans will have a run?
Oh, I heard
the
that.
high-stepping Jamie Evans. Where's the support? Come on, guys. Stay with me. And the support does arrive in the form of Peter Rodway. Anything could happen here now. Tom Mashur, the lock forward, goes to ground, sets it up again.
Yeah, the Warriors have numbers out wide.
Yeah, it's Gwilym Lewis at scrum half. Grinter's already called for it. Taking the hit from Enda Williams.
You'll often see Gwilym swap between flanker and 9. He is the Burgomasco of West Wales.
And the Burgermeister as well, I think. But he's done so much, hasn't he, for mixed ability rugby. And been nominated for many a Sporting Coach Award.
Yeah, he's unbelievable on and off the field, and definitely one of the guys who doesn't do it for recognition. He's made such an incredible difference to so many people's lives.
And I reckon he's the one that's written all these biographies. He gets the blame anyway.
He certainly told me to say that.
So here come the Warriors then, looking to open their account up to the Cardiff Chiefs 22. Oh, lovely little show there from, well, 13. Matthew Hinder is back on. Unless he swapped shirts.
Who needs two calves?
Yes.
When one will do.
It must have been that word of sympathy from Robert Carpenter that did it. Lewis ambling to the scrum. Takes his place on the open side.
Yeah, nearly pre-prepared. Move off the back row. Tango.
Yeah, that was Thomas Williams. Number 16 on the floor, still down. Oh no, that's
accidental
that's
offside.
Gwilym. That's Gwilym. The tackle was on Thomas Williams. You mentioned fathers and sons playing in this lineup. Thomas and Endav.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Endav the father, Thomas the son. Hope Endav's been passing on his skills to Thomas.
So down they go. Ball moved back into the hands here of Jamie Evans. Good handoff
in midfield. That's
Snapped
a great
up.
steal by number 27, Jordan Quates. Well, correction. Will Slocum. I'm confusing 27 and 21. I need to check my glasses.
It's been a long week, Owain.
Oh, tell me about it.
Evans taking the hit.
Should we not do that in the bay?
And Williams very close to being offside. Good work there. Rodway. Number 14. This is Llyr Jones at the base. Which way will he go this time? Ball has been called for. A pod of forward setup. Nathan Jones is the first ball carrier. Tom Hall, the number 8, commanding proceedings.
Yes, Llyr Jones. Looking around, scanning for the runners.
Oh, just popping it up.
Just took his eye off the ball.
Oh, here we go again. Look out. Heelan giving chase.
And we've seen his pace, haven't we?
Oh, the bounce. Almost popped into his arms.
I think visions of yesterday win of the Swansea Valley final in the... Was it the under 11? No, sorry, the under 15s plate final. 4 tries.
Selby.
Yeah. Alfie Selby, that's it, yes. 4 tries, all from kicks and bouncing perfectly into his hands on the chase.
That was a good game. Evans again, having a quick look. Scanning what's in front of him. Llyr Jones. Oh, going to the blind side, or is he?
Yeah, looks left, looks right.
Again.
Fumbled by Stefan James.
Couldn't quite gather.
We're still alive here, still on.
Good covering there by the Cardiff Chiefs. Into midfield. Now then, play breaking up. Anthony Higgins, oh, well tackled by Tyler Heelan.
Well, competitive ruck on the floor, hands in there, stolen. And it's come down this short side. And penalties there. And the Warriors will be scratching their heads. How do we break this Chiefs side down? They've had a few opportunities in the 22.
We've seen a few young referees here this week, Dave, and I notice on the far side we've got a young referee's assistant keeping a watchful eye on the far side.
Yeah, it's great to see Evan out, newly qualified referee, and just inducted into the Cardiff Referee Society this evening as well by Tom, who I believe is the chair, just before the game, and he's having a stormer at the moment.
Well, let's congratulate Evan then on his achievement. Good to see him on the sidelines, and we've seen touchies this week, and how delighted they have been to receive their medals because they are members of the officiating team. And I'm sure Evan is delighted with his award and recognition.
Changing direction.
Oh, good run here again from Jamie Evans. Good support play.
Rodway there again.
Good understanding between Jamie Evans and Rodway.
Cardiff, they've lost momentum in this first half, haven't they? After dominating the early exchanges. Llanelli Warriors.
Careful. A little bit of niggle creeping into this match. Oh, well held out on the wide left, and here come the Cardiff Chiefs.
Well tackled. Those tackles need to stick as well. Cardiff starting to show their teeth again. Few players still walking forward though. The pace of the game starting to catch up with a couple maybe.
Looking for a gap where there wasn't a gap. That's James Clark. It's on its way. Nice step from Marcus Winterman, the captain. He's retained possession.
Oh, it's gone forward. Now here's a chance on the break. Some footballing skills. Where's this one going to bounce?
Into touch. So they'll come back. And that was Ellis and Daniel John for the Warriors. Hand on hip. The Warriors full back.
He was under pressure from Robert Carpenter, wasn't he? In the foot race. We see Owain Thomas just slides through that first tackle.
Second row.
Tango releasing the ball quickly. Lovely pass, wasn't it? Out off the left-hand side. Not an easy skill to execute.
Perhaps didn't need to step in there. There was people outside him and a whole lot of space.
Yeah, we've got an injury in the far side of the field there. So one of the Warriors, unfortunately. And a well-deserved drink of water as we approach half-time. Still 12-0 to the Chiefs. So we spoke about the mixed ability World Cup. Do Wales have a representative team? Would that be a possibility in the future?
Yeah, so it's whilst it's a World Cup, it's played by club size. Llanelli Warriors have been out and represented Wales. Swansea Gladiators have been out and represented Wales. But it's not a national side. It's represented by clubs all over the world.
So how would those clubs then qualify, or would all the clubs who want to participate have an opportunity to participate?
Yeah, my understanding is you can enter, or you can express an interest to enter. There's no qualifying before the event.
The Warriors on the charge. Peter Rodway. Now then, that's Luke Pearce wearing 20, replacement. Not a bad kick downfield, just trickling over the far touchline. The Warriors back in the Chiefs' half. Can they get a score before half-time, before Tom Griffin blows his whistle to bring this eventful first half to a close?
Good touch finder, wasn't it? Really, really rigged along the ground.
Yeah, we'd have probably hoped that one stayed in field so they could apply a bit more pressure.
It'd be great to see Llanelli get a score to close that gap as we approach the change of ends.
A little coaching, I think, off the touchline for the Cardiff Chiefs. And waiting for a replacement to come on. Number 23 on for the Chiefs. That's George Archer. The ball eludes everybody except the Cardiff Chiefs captain, Marcus Winterman. On the ball, this is Kane Rodway, his first touch, I think, with ball in hand. He's been tagged, so he has to pass the ball.
Down, plays the ball. Chiefs defence slightly unaligned here. If the Warriors can just get some pace on the ball. Thomas Hall, the captain.
There's no stopping this guy.
Wait. Not waiting for anyone. Oh, here it is. This is the opportunity the Warriors have been waiting for. Got to give it.
Got it through the hands, or is it going to be Jimmy Evans all the way? Oh, he butchered that opportunity. There were two players on the outside. He'll get the bird at half-time. You can bet your bottom dollar on it.
He ripped through the defence and just didn't give the pass.
Selfish. Oh, still here.
Still on for the Warriors, and it's Evans. Evans above, he's done it. Just what was needed by the Llanelli Warriors on the stroke of half-time. And the first to congratulate him was Daniel Waite.
Oh, he has been the standout player, hasn't he, in this Warriors side. But it's a bursting run by Waite. 2 or 3 players skittled over. But it's a bit of luck in the end to bounce and pop up into Jay Evans' hand, and he just pushes Rodway. Oh, sorry, pushes Carpenter aside.
It sets up a wonderful second half for the neutral now.
It certainly does, doesn't it? And they can do with this conversion as soon as Kane Rodway has had a drink of water. So to make it a one-score game as they go into the break. Deep breath. Steadied himself, left-footed. Nicely done. 5 becomes 7. And at the break then, it's Cardiff Chiefs 12. Llanelli Warriors 7. And as has been mentioned, setting it up nicely, teeing it up nicely for the second half.
2 and quickly for you. At 9 for them, Harry Boxall. At 10, Wayne Boxall. Number 11, Bruce Owen Doyle. Number 12, Stan Ford. Number 13, George Archer. Number 14, Ellis Regan. And at fullback, number 15, Heath Fieldville. And the forwards for the second half for them, number 1, Bradley Lewis. Number 2, Terry Lyon. Number 3, Phil Morgan. Number 4, Jamie Belford. Number 5, Josh Walters. Number 6, Simon Hughes. Number 7, Jack Tree. And leading the forwards, number 8, Aiden.
Oh, it's all right. What field player?
I don't know them. Number 14. Yeah, cool car that. Yeah.
It's all change here at the Principality Stadium as we get set for the second half. Anything could happen in this second period. We'll do our level best. All we can tell you at the moment is that the Cardiff Chiefs are ahead by 12 points to 7.
And a couple of new faces in there.
1 to 15 in the Chiefs side has changed apparently.
You can see Wayne Boxall there just firing in some orders. He's actually playing his last ever game of rugby today, so he tells me.
Until next year.
He'll want to make the most of it.
It's a great way to bow out.
That's a nice pass. Finding Dan John.
Yeah, it's we got a father and son halfback combo now for the Chiefs.
There'll be some quarrelling tonight if that pass isn't slick or quick to come.
They probably realise that it's a close call at 12 to 7 and they need some mutual understanding.
You can hear Wayne from up here. He described himself before the game as a gobby 10.
But when has a son never listened to his father?
Well, there we go. That's a fine kick.
That's a super kick.
Slowly but surely, the Wanderers, or the Warriors rather. There's the young man we spoke of in the first half, Evan Jenkins. It's a game for everyone. All sizes, all abilities, but we always need an officiating team. And Evan Jenkins is fulfilling his role admirably.
He is an incredibly passionate rugby person.
Yeah, a typical bootlace. Needs a breather already so early in the match, in the second period.
That's Richard Evans, I think, wearing 17 on his back.
Ooh, in from the side potentially. Oh, good counter-ruck. There is Gwilym Lewis has to tidy up at the base. Under pressure on the deck. Chiefs are going to fire out of the line. Oh, blindside opportunity.
Got to be a score here, surely, and over they go. And the Warriors are back on level terms. The arm is in the air. High fives all round.
What a competition. It looked like they were going to go to the open side then, and I wanted to scream out because it was on to come blind, but they saw it, used the 2v1 and score in the corner.
Great change in direction. Sucking in the defence and getting the pass out. And it's even Stevens.
Nathan Jones with 5 on his back. So this for the lead. If my notes are correct, this is Chris Jones. First season for the Llanelli Warriors. Eyes the posts. Oh, it's not a bad effort. It's a great kick from Chris Fingers Jones, as they call him. Why do they call him Fingers? He broke his finger, which delayed his debut earlier on this year. Cruel, aren't they?
Oh, lovely strike.
That's a great nudge to take the lead. Well done.
A feature kick.
Cardiff Chiefs 12, Llanelli Warriors 14.
And it seemed like an unlikely scoreline after the first 10-20 minutes with the Chiefs in complete control.
It certainly is, and the Warriors know full well, as do the Chiefs, that the Warriors have not defeated the Cardiff outfit in the season or two.
That could have been, the numbers are correct ahead of us. Luke Pearce pumping that one upfield. Yeah, we apologise, don't we, if we get some of the names wrong with the numbers. Some shirts have been swapped.
Yeah.
That's the problem when you've got a squad this big. How many sides have got 32 shirts in their bag?
Some sides like to have 12 shirts. From Peel.
There's a little bit of an edge to the match now, isn't there? Just 2 points separating the teams. It's the Warriors again who look to bring it away.
Owen Thomas. Sorry, Daniel Waite with the one-handed pass that eluded everyone.
Some silky skills on display. It's a good clean line-out take. Callum Jones, who wears 10. That's a wine, perhaps not. Number 4.
It was number 4 win.
That's right, and there's no number 4 on my team sheets.
we'll just call him number 4.
Come in, number 4.
What was the name of the programme in Parmenion again?
Yeah, the Prisoner.
Prisoner, that's it, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing these guys all after, and they'll all have the same comment, I'm sure. I'm not just a number.
Number 4, he looks the villain, doesn't he? Well picked up again by Richard Evans.
Oh, blame the referee there, gone away.
Still on for the Warriors, just outside their own 22. Chris Jones has called for the ball.
Good pace.
He has to go in to secure possession from the bridge. Evans again turns to Lewis. Now the Warriors are on song here. Tom Hall, the captain, with the headgear, number 8.
There's space on the right-hand side. Number 4, the villain. Conceding another penalty. Straight in there, Simon Day.
Well done, he's more of a chocolate orange than a Toblerone, isn't he? My God. Anything could happen here, and might well do. It's Evans again. Hands on hips. The roof is closed. And breathless rugby here.
Yeah, a couple knocks on the floor.
I think it may be the Warriors captain who's down on one knee.
Thomas Hall. Yeah, limping off. Struggling. Yeah, he's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, it'd be wise for him to leave the field. I'm sure he's desperate to stay on as captain as well, but he'll be there for the trophy lift if it does happen that the Warriors defeat the Chiefs.
Now this is the try up with the Warriors ahead. Nathan Jones. We believe, potentially.
Harry Boxall, 28 on his back.
Bit of misdirection.
Oh, straight in the hands of Jones, ducks under the tackle, back on his feet.
He's quick, isn't he?
Like a rubber ball.
Oh, ball's out. Hesitation.
Perfectly entitled to go for it.
And the penalty. Yeah, players are starting to feel the pace of this, aren't they? They're not taking the quick penalties as they were in the first 5 minutes in the first half.
Well, there's plenty of time to go yet. It was number 1, Richard Rawlings. Thought he'd snaffled that ball, may well have done, because it is a Cardiff Chiefs put in. And this is what we talked about in the dressing room before coming out, is what the referee is saying, I think. And all they're all having a laugh.
I can't remember, sir.
There were so many of them, they weren't all in the same dressing room.
Ball being spun wide. The chase is on.
That go forward? No, it didn't. Play on, says the referee, Higgins. Advantage for the Warriors. A little toe poke through.
Does well. Great one-handed pick up.
The referee was playing advantage.
Yeah, back to the penalty. And the Warriors, if they can get another score, let me thinking this could be their day.
And the reserves are desperate to get on.
Yeah, they're jumping at the bit, aren't they? They're already on the field.
Kick for territory.
That's a great kick.
Very useful kick. Now then, everybody needs to know their role here at the line-out. Walking purposefully towards a shortened line-out. The Warriors, or is it going to be? No, here comes the heavy mob.
What's the betting on a Gwilym Lewis trick at the line-out now?
Well, he's been round long enough to write the book. But it starts with the hooker, starts with the throw.
Oh, sneaky ball to the front.
People will say that's a typical Llanelli ploy.
Yeah, I don't think they made it past the 5 metre line then.
Yeah, it didn't quite come off, did it?
No. There's great variation and variety to the rugby.
Yeah, the idea was right. Always comes off on the training paddock, doesn't it, Dave?
Yeah, there's normally nobody opposite you in the training paddock if you would play for any of my teams, but I'd imagine these guys have got 3 sides of 15 at training.
So who would your club be then, Dave? Where you based on, and what are your responsibilities as an inclusion officer?
So work-wise, I cover North Wales and West Wales, predominantly North Wales. My club is Welsh Pool, where I still volunteer and do a bit of coaching.
Trinity Warriors on their way. Chris Jones spots the corner. Oh, left right peg on the touchline. Evan Jenkins spotted the boot on the whitewash. Up goes the flag.
Yeah, I think it could be a tackle, and then the touch was a fingertip touch to make the tackle. I can't see the number in his back. Yeah, coming across. Number 30 on his back. Yeah, I think he may be wearing the Tango shirt.
Yeah.
Three.
That's George Archer looking to pick out the tall timber at the line out and picks out the shortest guy.
Oh, fumbled, and Lewis was nearly there.
Now here's an opportunity.
Oh, no, boys. Back you come. Back you come.
Well,
that is keen.
He can't pretend that he didn't hear because the crowd. But it does grip the imagination, doesn't it, this mixed ability rugby, and to think, you know, they travel all over the world. The Warriors have been to Fiji and to New Zealand as well. So a substitute coming on for the Cardiff Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a perfect example again. No barriers to rugby, to travelling, to competing.
The long pass out to Chris Jones this time, perhaps. Oh, great tackle. A try-saving tackle from the Chiefs' 25, Elliot Reagan.
He's a danger man, isn't he? After that right flank.
Always taking the smack in the chops for his troubles. Taken quickly by the Warriors, almost to the try line, reaching out. Was that a double movement?
Oh, I'd say it was a double movement as well. His elbows and knees were on the floor. I'd like to see this one again. But it's a try, it's given. Oh, what a pump.
He's happy about that.
I tell you what, I don't understand in his way.
Oh, do you know what? That is a fair try. On a second glimpse, he's gone down. He's not held. One movement to place the ball. Great finish. Great understanding of the laws.
Chiefs obviously unhappy about that, but Owen, as a former ref, you're perfectly happy.
Yeah, I am. He didn't crawl, did he? He fell. He slid a bit, but it was one placement. He wasn't on his elbows and knees moving forward. Win disagrees. I think that was...
I think the Cardiff Chiefs are right to challenge the decision.
We could break this down to minutes, can't we? Was he brought down? Was he held?
We're not going to the TMO tonight. That's one thing we know for sure.
No.
Oh, Chris Jones again. Brilliant conversion.
Take a bow, son. Take a bow.
You know, he's more Bond than Oddjob, isn't he? You know. Oh, great character.
Yeah, rugby misses celebrations.
Yeah, great game.
I know my son scored.
John.
Yeah, some laces being tied once again. So just having a break. I think both players need to put some double knots in there.
Well, he's That's Paul Scott who's come on, and he's got his guide with him, visually impaired, Paul Scott. And again, just to confirm that this is a game for everybody. The ball is on its way. Now then, will he have a chance to run, I wonder? Oh, not this very moment, you won't. But in the thick of it.
Oh, still frantic in the middle of there, isn't it?
That's the Chiefs' number 8, wearing 8.
Chip through, was that needed? Oh, finds touch. And Paul Scott was lurking with intent. There he is, right in the middle of it.
Yeah, desperate to get involved.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of, again, how just adaptations can be made to ensure that everybody can enjoy the game to its fullest. And Paul being a really, really good example from that. And he's in some space there. I think if they can move that ball into wider channels, Paul could be in for one.
A little bit scrappy, but the Warriors have it. And holding on to the ball there for grim death. Out it goes. It's not going to go far this time.
Barreling run.
Advantage to the Warriors. Almost back on their own try line. Good clearance kick.
The Warriors not taking any risk, although the penalty was there.
9-point advantage. Cardiff Chiefs 12, the Llanelli Warriors 21.
Ball punted downfield, it's going to stay infield, bobbled backwards. And here come the Warriors again. Or the Chiefs, I should say. What a chopping tackle.
It's getting a bit tasty now. The Warriors on song here, straight down the middle. Great defensive effort.
Superb.
Brilliant tackle on Luke Pearce.
Textbook. Chopping low. Going hard, taking those legs away.
Saves a certain try.
Great cover tackle there, and we're seeing two teams now making the most of their opportunity to be on the hallowed turf. We're seeing line breaks galore now, making for a super exciting second half.
The first one is a bit of a body slam. Oh, just taking those legs away. And intensity's gone up a notch, isn't it?
Yeah, these guys know they're playing there here today, and they won't be in the hat to come again for the next couple of years while other teams have an opportunity. So there's one night for them to make the most of their opportunity.
Yeah, and they really are taking their opportunity. But it is Chiefs 12, Warriors 21. We're approximately quarter of an hour into this second slot.
Neat step, staying on the field of play. Taking the tackle, where's the support? Boxall scoops it out. Head down, driving forward. This is good stuff.
He's through.
From the Cardiff Chiefs.
Simon Day. I should say, Tymer Hughes is in there as well.
Not a bad ploy, that.
This guy's got some pace. Turns to his boot and slides off the outside of those shiny silver football boots.
Pearce is annoyed with himself.
Yeah, cramp really kicking in and setting in for a few of the players.
Yeah, we got James Evans on the floor there. Cramp has taken hold of him.
Sniper got him.
James or Jamie?
I'm definitely going James for the rest of the day.
Right, he's rolling up his sleeves. 20 minutes. 20 minutes for the Chiefs to score twice and to maintain their impressive record of wins over the Llanelli Warriors. No, you're not having it.
My
no
ball.
way.
Long right-handed pass.
Good
Offload
offload.
the weaker left.
There are players, there are numbers out wide for the Chiefs. Lost forward.
The shovel pass, yes. Going forward, I can see the annoyance. The players out wide, they're still bickering.
It's a bit of a reverse of the first half. Chiefs knocking on the door now, but spilling in the same way that the Warriors did in the first half.
There's no doubting the commitment of the players. We were saying this is an inclusive sport to bring players into the game, to give everybody of every ability and opportunity. But the truth is, they all want to win as well.
Yeah, I said the same thing to win last year. This is just a game of rugby. There are some adaptations made to make sure that everyone can play a part, but this is a game of rugby, full-bodied, and you hits out there as big as you'll see anywhere.
But it's rugby for rugby's sake, isn't it? This is certainly a good advert for mixed ability rugby. Good show.
Oh, just showing the ball on the inside.
Well held.
Pops it off. Great play. The left peg, is this going to stay in field?
Brilliant touch finder, if that's what he meant.
What a great way to find space. Firstly, the hands, but then secondly with the boot and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, he probably wanted that to stay in the field, didn't he? But he'll take that, though. Chiefs right on the try line. That's a lovely pop-off with one-handed take. Bit of a juggle before getting the left-footed toe poke downfield.
Warriors have built into this game well from 12-0 down, and they don't look like they're going to let go of it.
It's going to be a Cardiff Chiefs defensive line out. Got to the middle, stolen by the Warriors.
Maybe a knock on in there. Gone backwards. Stolen on the floor. Well, there is a knock on there.
And Cardiff Chiefs can't get the ball away. Jimmy Evans smiles. Big smile on his face.
Some instructions being passed on. Hit your binds, boys. And the flankers already inbound, having a look on the fringes. Here comes the big man. Not going to stop him.
No disputing that score. That's his second. Daniel Waite adding all his weight to that effort. Absolutely thrilled, and takes the Warriors clear of the Cardiff Chiefs total.
Yeah, the Chiefs back row were unbound. The weight, too much pace, too much power. There's no stopping the big man from there.
Change of kicker.
No.
Didn't quite find the mark.
Good effort, though. Nevertheless, the Warriors in complete control of this tie. Chiefs 12, Warriors 26. Can't see the Chiefs come back into this one, Dave.
No, you feel that they've got to move quickly if they're going to get back into this game. And they'll be disappointed after having such dominance for the first 15-20 minutes to be now 26-12 down. They'll be disappointed with that. But it's definitely not over. It's definitely not over.
So 2 scores the difference. And the Chiefs need to cross 3 times. Well taken in the air.
Yeah, I think the Warriors will want further scores. They've got 3 tries. Was it 4 tries now to their names?
Jimmy Evans at scrum half, come on. I want somebody to take it up. Always willing, always ready. That's William Lewis.
Punching a hole in the defence.
Yeah, 4 tries, as you say, that earns them the bonus point, but all the bonus point gets you tonight is extra lasagna after the game.
Brilliant. Oh, snapped up by the Cardiff Chiefs. They're not done yet. Where's the ball? That's the question.
Lost.
There it is.
Oh, that's a good parry down.
Conjure up another score.
Still thinking the lasagna. Oh, it's been taken quickly. Ref has a notice. Play goes on. Up, boys.
I think it's maybe the referee's assistant on this near side, Evan Jenkins, was at a shout out to the referee.
Yeah, well spotted. Good call.
You can tell it's a competitive game when the players are cheering because the referee stopped a quick line out.
So it's the Warriors to throw in again.
There's been some shirt swapping, I think, at half-time, but one guy who hasn't swapped his shirt, that's William Lewis.
I'm keeping my shirt, he said.
I think it's a tattoo.
Oh, good handoff. That's another one from Jamie Evans. Can he go all the way up to the 22? A little poke through there. Well covered, though. And the ball safely into touch.
Oh, just shoving 2, 3 or 4 players out of the way.
He's an animal.
Oh, that right hand packs a punch. Shows it. Boom. 1. Get away. 2. Sit down. 3. See you later. 4.
Before we give him too much praise, though, that ball retention was terrible at the end of that run.
Yeah, attackers.
Well, the Cardiff Chiefs going to get their score from. How are they going to get back into this match?
You'll see on the far side of the pitch there, photographer, that's Benny Griffiths. He's with the Warriors and also travels with the Mary's Invitational team. And if you get a chance to go and have a look at some of the documentaries he's put together around mixed ability rugby, gives you a real flavour of what it looks like on and off the field.
Oh, we sure will.
Oh, here we go. The door's open. The chase is on. There's pace on this at left wing. There's a flyer out there.
Good.
Oh, what a kick.
Good footballing skid all the way. Brilliant try. Could well be the try of the evening. And Cardiff Chiefs, they're not done yet.
What a finish.
But what about that little kick through?
What control. Great footballing skills.
Look at this. Looking for support. Couldn't find anyone in close contact.
No defence home. And what sprinting ability.
Ah, that's skill.
That is a great skill. At full flight, top speed, to keep control of that ball.
And whilst that try was being scored, we saw Paul Scott, or we didn't see Paul Scott kick the conversion.
Oh, game on. Back within 9. The Chiefs. Well, there's still about 10 minutes remaining. Chiefs are alive and kicking in this one. Paul Scott drop kicked it apparently.
Yeah, Paul Scott drop kicked the extras. He took no time about it at all. They obviously know they've got 9 points to keep up and not an awful lot of time to do it. So Paul Scott speeding the game up.
So that's going to be Chiefs now 19. Chiefs 19, Llanelli 26, a 7-point game. There's a bit of chat in, there's a bit of a committee happening in midfield there.
And confirmation, the try was Penability at the score then. Cardiff Chiefs 19, Llanelli Warriors 26.
Jimmy has to restart.
Oh, too short.
The idea was right. Cardiff Chiefs have attempted to play it, but it's going to be their advantage. And here we go.
Has to be released on the floor. Stripped. backwards, was it? And back for the first infringement, which was not 10. We scrum down.
Well, there's life in this game yet. 11 minutes to go.
Will this be a draw?
No way.
No way. Okay.
They won't allow it to be a draw. I don't think. They don't want it to be a draw.
It'll be a fight to the death.
Yeah, they're bragging rights here. East against West as ever, Owain, this week.
Oh. I'm sure that's a draw as well.
And when we say West, we mean west of the Lycha Bridge. And 1 or 2 players in this Llanelli Warrior side on there. 10 picks. I am definitely not a Swansea Jack. Let's kick ahead.
Kick through again.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on with the kick, but you kind of feel that Cardiff have got to keep hold of the ball now if they want to get back into, try and get back into the lead in this game.
They find a bit of field position. Time is beginning to run out for the boys from the capital.
But it's a Warriors throw in at the line out. Wait in the second row, number 19. Lifting his man.
Was that straight? I would argue he wasn't. The Warriors get away with it. A wonky throw. Oh, now then. Oh, it's fumbled. Play goes on. Paul Scott tries to get his foot on the ball.
I think he definitely had one eye on going into town after the game then.
Well, he should have been in town last night after the varsity game.
I heard it was really busy, but one thing I can guarantee you is it'll be busy tonight after this game. These guys love the social. It's as much an off-field as an on-field.
I don't think there are many gin drinkers amongst them, Dave.
I think you'd be surprised. There's some people out there that wouldn't be particularly fussy about what the drink was.
You'd be telling me next that they put in grapefruit slices in the gin as well. Chance here and for the Chiefs to get back on terms. Great tackle, an all-encompassing tackle.
Oh,
well played, the Warriors.
Turnover. The Warriors fighting and scrapping for the ball. They want to take it quickly.
It's Evans again, full of tricks.
Yeah. We see that jackhammer of a right arm he's got.
So left-footed for the far touchline. Good distance. In the background you may have seen what appears to be some scaffolding and a ramp, and you, Owen, probably know more about it than I do.
Yeah, the European Championship for the wheelchair version of the sport is coming here to the Principality on the 3rd of May. I think it's the 3rd till the 7th of May, something like that. Anyway, and Dave, we've been in touch about it over the last week or so. GB will be competing here with 7 other teams for the title of European champions.
Yeah, GB will be strong for that. After the end of tomorrow's play, the pitch is going to be ripped up and there'll be a court put in the middle of it. And you've got 8 of the best teams from Europe coming to compete. It's going to be a big event and well worthwhile coming to watch.
Paul Scott, he's on the way, showing everybody a clean set of heels. That's a good tackle. Oh, Jess fumbles it. But the Warriors are on the counter-attack.
On the break.
You may pick up on the wheelchair rugby in a bit. That's fleet-footed.
Nice step,
the
nice
outside
kick.
of the boot chip. Some lovely skills on show.
And the Warriors know that this game is not done yet. They haven't won it until the final whistle blows.
Nearly into touch.
Evans the handoff, Evans the axe.
Oh, there's plenty of numbers out left if the Warriors want to give it some air.
Waite bringing it back into contact, and they'll start again. They're hungry, aren't they, for possession? Lewis almost stripped of possession.
Get downfield, boys. And this guy, he's got some twinkle toes. Doesn't fancy running from his own try line.
It's picked up by Waite, looking for a hat-trick, one-handed, basketball style, up to the 22.
Places the ball back. Maybe not the most orthodox of technique.
Well, the Warriors have the numbers here, and they could seal it, they could round it off. Oh, the pass had to come, lovely pass over the top.
Was that forward? There's the jackhammer.
Evans for the try line. Turns, lays it back, Lewis is there. One more effort perhaps. The forwards arrive, that's the scrum half though, the replacement scrum half. Running out of turf on the far side. An injury to a player down on the 22. It's a Cardiff Chiefs player. And a Warriors player, well, that's Jimmy Evans. He's given everything for the cause tonight, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Sensing there's an opportunity for a score himself. He gets a tackle in, or does he? On Scott, he trundles forward. Nothing much the Chiefs defence could do. Just slap it out of possession. On this, there's a try gone begging as well, isn't it?
Yeah, just needed somebody to straighten up there a little bit earlier and preserve the space. But yeah, the break in play was probably welcomed by some. I think 70 minutes so far of a very physical game has taken its toll.
Yeah, and Dave, we can pick up on the wheelchair rugby. It's not only those 8 teams who are playing at an elite wheelchair level that'll be here. There's a festival. We've had a festival rugby here for the last week or so, but the wheelchair rugby will be another festival as well, with opportunities for every ability in a chair and the public to come along to test the sport as well.
Yeah, tickets are really reasonable, and I urge anyone to come down and watch it because it's a unique experience. There's as well as the competition that's going on. We've got some schools community events going on. There's a Wales versus England celebrity match with the Wales team being coached by Paralympic gold medalist Jim Roberts, also from Welsh Pool. Better drop that one in. It's going to be a real great week of events.
Any Welsh players in the GB squad?
There aren't this year, but I'm told there are a number of players coming through the pathway now that we hope will be in and around that squad for future events.
Well, he certainly grabbed my imagination at the Paralympics a few years ago, and there was some guy from Neath, all tattoos, and I think it was called Murder Ball at the time, wasn't it, Owain?
Maybe it was, but I think I met him a week or two ago, because the Ospreys and Dragons will be playing an exhibition match here. They're very good friends off the court, but the biggest of rivals on it. And Dave, you talking about there, will be representing the Ospreys. He's a Neath boy, and he's still super competitive. And I think if he wanted to be a GB player, potentially still has the ability to do so. He's in the 2012 team Mohican, coloured blue.
That's the man.
And he's a great character.
And no care for his own safety, if I remember rightly, throwing his chair about.
And even less care for the opponent's safety.
From a Mohican and a wonderful hairstyle back to Gwilym Lewis, bossing his guys around with his flowing locks, ready for this scrum. I'm informed that he would have had the L'Oreal role, but turned it down, and it was then given to David Ginola.
Yeah, he'll love that.
He wasn't worth it.
Oh. Where's your notebook? You've been writing these down, haven't you?
I've been practicing all week.
The ball squeezed back by the Chiefs. Still just 7 points separating the teams. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, it's going to be a try, it's going to be the clincher, it's going to be the winner. Make no mistake about it.
I think that's an absolutely wonderful example of mixed ability teams working together to ensure that people have memories that are going to last them a lifetime. Perhaps Chiefs understood that the game has gone and softened their defence there, but that's two teams made sure that an unbelievable moment.
Oh, look at that smile.
Just tries to punt it over. But you're right, it's all about memories, isn't it? I think every player that we've seen here over the last week or two will be leaving the stadium with the fondest of memories of playing on the same pitch as the greatest.
Have another go, have another crack. Tri chynnig I Gymro, they say in Welsh. 3 tries for a Welshman, 3 attempts. That's the glory run.
Oh, you'll be chuffed a bit. That'll be a story.
Yeah, don't make no light of the competition between these two teams, because I can assure you they are incredibly competitive, as are all our mixed ability teams. But they will both revel at the end of this collectively in what's just been a brilliant, brilliant experience.
Daniel Waite, well, he could have secured a hat-trick for himself. Done it.
Oh, game's not over. Get on there. Put the champagne back on ice.
He heard us talking about lasagna. He was off down the tunnel.
He's still celebrating.
I heard Chris Ashton spoke in the week about if he scored the try that was going to take him to the all-time record, he was considering scoring the try and walking out the stadium. And perhaps that's what we were thinking about there.
Yeah. Just the mic dropping and go. Oh, it's a lovely little grubber to restart, isn't it?
So Cardiff Chiefs 19, Llanelli Warriors now 31.
Yeah, seems to be a West Wales win on the cards.
Without being too cliche, rugby's definitely the winner this evening.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
It has been this week, in fairness, at all levels of the game. We've had some brilliant games at under 11s in particular, and it's brought a smile to my face and Owen's as well. The quality of the play from those under 11s, absolutely superb. The handling skills was something to behold.
Oh, and he's off again.
Oh,
to the races, down the flank. Nobody going to catch him.
Paul Jones. Oh.
Yes.
Wow, that could have gone so wrong.
Oh, Paul Scott.
What a wonderful try.
Hang on, I want to convert this one myself.
Yeah. Well, thanks, sir. I'm taking it from beneath the posts.
Right. Here we go. That'll do.
That's
2 points.
That's a try and 2 conversions. I think that makes Paul Scott the top scorer of the game.
I think you're right.
You're right. He's got a heck of a boot, hasn't he?
And there it is then. The final whistle has blown. The last word goes to Paul Scott. Cardiff Chiefs 26, Llanelli Warriors 31. Let's have a look at that try again. Storming down the far touchline.
He leaves Daniel Waite in his dust, doesn't he? Just couldn't get back to get that ankle tap in there.
We talk a lot in Welsh rugby about having a jersey for all, and I think tonight just absolutely epitomises that. What an evening.
Yeah, it's a brilliant evening here at the Principality Stadium. Appreciated by all our viewers, I'm sure, but it's finished with revenge for the Llanelli Warriors for an earlier defeat at the hand of the Cardiff Chiefs. The final score then, Cardiff Chiefs 26, Llanelli Warriors 31.
Now then, where's the lasagna?
And the gin. Good effort all round. Handshakes all round. Hugs all round. Brilliant stuff.
Oh, great spirit. All so often spoken about that rugby is a social sport, and how often do we forget that watching professional rugby? And when you mentioned before we came on air, only 1% of the rugby community are actually professional rugby players, which means the majority of the game is played by amateurs at grassroots level. 99% of the game played by the rest of us, and let's remember what this game is actually all about.
I think if you asked somebody what do you want to see from a game of rugby, you want to see lots of tries, you want to see end-to-end, and you want to see special moments, and we've seen all of those this evening.
And it's another aspect, Dave, of community rugby, isn't it? We talk about the players, we sometimes forget about the carers in this instance, the helpers, the supporters, the families as well. They all empower these guys to play the game that they love.
They do, and I would urge anyone that might have seen this evening and thinks they'd like to get involved with mixed ability rugby to have a look on the game locker for their local team. You may want to play, you may not want to play, but there's a place for people. They all need volunteers, supporters, and I promise that it will be an unbelievable experience for you, whatever role you take.
There's a tremendous amount of satisfaction, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the same for the refereeing trio, isn't it? Brilliant. They've played their part in this compelling contest.
Yeah, the game is often made by officiating, and they've shown a real empathy and just done an incredible job of making sure that it was a great game, and especially young Evan on, not many games under his belt, and was absolutely excellent.
It's great to see Geraint John here as well. You know, those who are running the game here in the Welsh Rugby Union, supporting.
Yeah, he's been in the shadows all week. I haven't had a chance of a word with him yet. But look at this site, you know, there must be about 60 players out there on the field, and each one in turn has had an opportunity to grace this Principality Stadium, and we've had some glorious tries, and that last one, Paul Scott, brilliant.
Yeah, watch out, Cardiff. Yeah. Is it a bar big enough in Cardiff to hold them all? That's probably the important question. I hope they've booked the venue.
I hear you're leading the singing, Wayne.
Yeah.
That'll empty the bar.
It will quickly, very quickly.
So the Cardiff Chiefs take centre stage to have their photographs taken. Gwilym Lewis showering them with his water bottle.
This is as much as anything about of what it's about. These photos and videos captured here are really going to be something that will stick with them forever. Along with whatever was in Gwilym's water bottle.
Yeah, great photo. Asking everybody else to join in as well. Pylon. I remember playing that in school.
That's good.
I was always at the bottom.
That is exactly why we're here this evening.
Yeah, say cheese, everybody.
Wayne Boxall there smiling on his final appearance for now.
For now. Ah, brilliant. Hope they've got a wide angle lens.
Played in fine spirit.
And one final photo for the Warriors on their own. These photographs, I'm sure, will be treasured in many a home. Oh, again, great photograph. Tango.
Gwilym Lewis, yeah, orchestrating things.
Are they having a photo or are they going to sing?
Oh, there's a few characters in there, isn't there? A couple of the tippy toes there.
There's Gwilym, never far away from Papa John's.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Dan Grinter is in that photograph, but his favourite song is by Tina Temper, Drinking from the Bottle. That's the prelude to what's going to happen in the next few hours.
Well, I think this will be the first of many a song tonight. Oh, it's going to be a long old night, isn't it?
Well, that's what it means for these guys, isn't it,
yeah.
you know?
And as you said, Dave, this will be the last time they'll play here for probably 3-ish, 4-ish years now.
Yeah, it'll be a few years till they get their opportunity again. Although, I would say that they play an awful lot of games. One thing we didn't mention today is last season, post-COVID, Warriors actually played more games than any senior side in Wales, which says a lot for mixed ability rugby and the effort that the Warriors put in to make sure that everyone gets a lot of opportunities.
And during that period, 1 or 2 players did find rugby for the first time. It was an escape, really, from the COVID pandemic, and they picked up the rugby ball for the first time ever, and they so enjoyed it that they've stuck to their task with the Llanelli Warriors.
Probably seeing one of the biggest rugby tunnels of of the week. Yeah, there'll be a tunnel in the tunnel.
It's almost time for me to go down and serve lasagna now, gents.
Yeah, keep us a slice.
Top scorer Paul Scott there.
Yeah.
9 points to his name tonight.
Yeah, there'll probably be a few more nicknames, won't there, after this? Mixed ability or integrated rugby match. Almost out of space in the tunnel. Andrew, the cameraman's there, trying to find a way out. He maybe came back out again.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic night of rugby here at the Principality Stadium. It's a one-off match. The Cardiff Chiefs then downed by Llanelli Warriors in the end. The final scoreline, just to remind ourselves, Cardiff Chiefs 26, Llanelli Warriors 31. And I tell you what, let's have another look at the highlights.